Hello everyone, welcome to RoAum, a dedicated YouTube channel for robotics and automation. This channel will provide informational, in-depth and professional video tutorials at regular intervals. Please subscribe and visit this channel for updates on robotics and automation. Please comment below with topics of your interest to help you better and contact us with details given below for further information. Happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to RoAum. In the first part of the series, we covered the need and the applications of robotics and automation in various industries. Please follow the link in the description or click the link in the top right corner of the video to watch the first part of the video series. In the second part, we will cover trends of robotics and automation. We will look at the past, present and future trends in terms of evolution, market size, robot density, jobs, mass adoption and its implications. In the later part of this video, we will introduce you to the engineering disciplines necessary for robotics and automation. As we discussed in the first segment, robotics and automation has been used in manufacturing for decades. In fact, the precursor to robotics was the invention of CNC machines like milling machines, lathes, multi-spindle machines, plasma cutters, electric discharge machines, which are employed to automate routine or repeated jobs and hazardous jobs to improve safety. This led to the invention of industrial robots. From the mid 20th century to the beginning of 21st century, these were the most widely used robots, although research was happening to develop other types of robots and humanoids. Did you know that Unimate was the first digitally operated and programmable robot? It was invented by George Devol in 1954. George Devol, together with Joseph Engelberger, developed the first industrial robot in the United States. In fact, Joseph Engelberger is known as the father of robotics for his contributions to the robotics. Some of the trends in the manufacturing industry are very interesting. In the graph shown here, you can see that the employment levels of routine jobs is reducing steadily against non-routine jobs over the past 3-4 decades in the United States. The trend is similar in Europe and other developed economies. The emerging economies are seeing a slow adoption rate, but there is a steady increase of automation over the past decade. Interestingly, there seems to be a relation between the market share of a country in the manufacturing to the level of automation. Let us look at some numbers and statistics now. Globally, there is an increase in the supply of industrial robots at a steady rate of 14%. Predictably, automotive industry leads the growth, but electronics and metal industries are growing steadily as well. Back home, India is seeing growth in robotics and automation. In fact, India's growth is higher than world average at 18%. As with the trend worldwide, automotive industry leads the charts and other industries are playing the catching up game. But the most important question is whether the growth of automation in India is good enough. Let us see. A rate of 18% is a decent growth, but in terms of robot density, our numbers are indeed negligible. Robot density is a metric which measures the number of robots per 10,000 employees. This number, in stark contrast with other countries, indicates we are at an early stage of robotics and automation. India's average of 3 robots per 10,000 employees against 74 of world average shows us in poor light. The leader in automation is South Korea, which has 600 plus robots for every 10,000 employees. This is a huge gap. According to a study, one of the reasons for India's inability to gain market share in manufacturing is due to the lack of automation. So the current state of things is not so encouraging when compared to the world averages. But importantly, we are headed in the right direction and the future looks promising. The graph shows revenues of robotics and automation industry is set to double by year 2025 from the current 103 billion US dollars to 209 billion US dollars, with India aiming for a bigger share in manufacturing with its strengths of demography, proven engineering and technology skills, sustainable domestic growth and consumption, exceptional startup environment and good government initiatives. Robotics and automation is expected to grow at a good rate and generate tremendous opportunities at various levels. Robotics, being a multidisciplinary skill, touches several engineering skills at various levels: robot designers and developers, robot manufacturing, assembly and support, robot deployment and robot programming, support functionalities like process engineers and operators. In fact, project management professionals, business development and sales force would need skills in robots and automation to stay relevant. It will touch several industries as shown in our first video. While automotive, electronic manufacturing and metal industries will increase their share as they scale up, the e-commerce, medicine and military applications, being new industries, will accelerate the adoption of robotics and automation. By year 2030, human beings will be interacting with robots in day-to-day life, be it at home, public places or at workplaces as co-workers, or they will be working directly on robotics and automation systems. This raises some valid questions. Does robotics and automation lead to job losses? Is it possible to avoid robotics and automation for the fear of loss of jobs? Past decade has shown that it is almost impossible to avoid automation, as manufacturing jobs and manufacturing investments will go to countries that have high automation in manufacturing. It is important to note that robotics not only means faster time to market, but more importantly, it means precision and better quality work. In terms of job creation, there is a 9 to 10% average growth in robotics in developed economies, and emerging economies have a higher growth. Studies have shown that generally robotics and automation leads to more jobs, better quality of work, higher job satisfaction, and in fact offer better salaries, as workforce has to be highly skillful, leading to overall improvement in the industry and sectors. In fact, industries become stronger and can compete better at global level. Having set the context that robotics and automation are crucial over next few decades, let us look at what it takes to do well in robotics and automation. Robotics and automation is a multidisciplinary skill. Mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics and communication engineering, and programming are the basic engineering disciplines. But other engineering disciplines are associated with robotics as well. As with any other industry, specialists do exist and take care of respective disciplines. However, it is important for a robotics professional to have a working knowledge and an ability to appreciate all the disciplines involved. In the next set of videos of this series, we introduce you to various engineering disciplines related to robotics and automation. That brings us to the end of this video. We thank you for visiting this channel and watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel to get updates of new videos in your inbox directly. Keep visiting this channel and keep learning.